Good morning, students. Today I will be discuss with you people the heating effect of electric current. The topic whatever I will be discuss this is heating effect of electric current. Electric current. Everything is clear under in this topic already. Heating effect of electric current, that meaning by passing electric current heat is produced. By passing electric current the production of heat is called heating effect of electric current. So everything is there in the topic. Very simple example I will be discuss with you. Suppose we are going to switch on a bulb, okay, and in that bulb the electricity is going to pass out. After 3 to 4 hours, what we will check out, if we will touch the bulb, we feel some hotness is there. That meaning by passing electric current, heat is produced. That is why that bulb is going to hot. So the effect in which by passing electric current heat is produced is called heating effect of electric current. That is, now what are the factors on which the heating effect of electric current is depend. The first factor is there, this is the strength of electric current flowing through it. Strength of electric current, strength of electric current flowing, strength of electric current flowing through it, flowing through it. So that meaning if the large amount of current will be pass out from the electric circuit, from the appliance, then that appliance will be heat up more. So it's meaning we can say that the heat is directly proportional to the strength of electric current. If less current will be pass out, heat will be produced less. If more current will be pass out, heat produced will be more. The second point is here, this is the time for which the current flows. The time for which the current flows. So the time, that meaning if the current is flows in the appliances only for 10 minutes and in other appliance it is flows for 1 hour, so the appliance in which the current is flows for more time, that will produce more heat. That meaning time is also directly proportional to the heat produced. If the amount of current will be flows for more time, then the heat production will be more. Third point is there, the resistance of the wire. Resistance of the wire. Now resistance of the wire, very if the resistance will be more, if the resistance will be more, then the heat produced will also more. How it will be there, that you can understand from that topic. Very simple, as suppose I have that is a path, okay, and here I am keeping some resistors like this. I'm going to increase the resistor, so whatever current will be flow from here, that will be a resistor. What it will be do, it will be decrease the speed of the current, that meaning the current speed is going to decrease. It will be applied one friction between the current and the appliance, so due to that friction some heat will be produced. So as the resistance will be increased, the heat produced will also increase. So we can say that resistance is also directly proportional to the production of heat. So this is the topic of the heating effect of electric current. Now under this I am discussing about the electrical energy. Electrical energy कि what is the electrical energy. This is electrical energy. Electrical energy. And to understand this, if I will be pass out the electric current uh, through a conductor, then some energy is required to maintain the flow of current in them. So whatever energy is required to maintain the flow of current in them, that energy is known as electrical energy, or I can say that heat energy. Electrical energy, or I can say that heat energy. Now let the current I flows. Let current I flows through a conductor of resistance R, flows through a conductor. Let current I flows through a conductor of resistance R, of resistance R for T time. For T time, the potential difference across its end is V. PD across its end is V. Then the amount of charge flowing through the conductor. Then amount of charge flowing through the conductor, that we read out Q equal to IT. This is charge Q equal to IT, that we read out. Now if I will be go with the definition of PD, according to definition of PD, that meaning potential difference. So what was V equal to W upon Q, that meaning the amount of work done to bringing Q coulomb of charge from one point to another point is known as potential difference. So Q equal to, or I will say W equal to, what will coming, V equal to W upon Q. So W equal to what will be coming, Q into V. We can put in place of Q IT. This W equal to IT into V. This is W equal to IT into V, or I can say that this is VIT. That meaning I can say that VIT. W equal to V into I into T. This work done is maintain the flow of current. So that meaning I can say that this is the heat energy, because this work done is used to maintain the current in the circuit. So I can say that this work done is a heat energy. So W equal to H equal to VIT. This is, or I can say that H equal to VIT. Now you can make the formulas from here. If I will be use it here, V equal to IR. V equal to IR, then H equal to, in place of V I will put IR into I into T. This is coming I square RT. This is the value of H. This is the one formula. I can put it here, I equal to V square upon R. I equal to V upon R according to Ohm's law. If I will put I equal to V upon R, then H equal to, in place of I, this is V upon R. This is I square. So this is square into R into T. So H equal to V square upon R square into R into T. 1 R is cancelled by 1 R. So H equal to V square upon R into T. This is the other formula. That meaning we can make the formulas of the heat produced. If they are giving you the values of V, I and T, then you can use this formula. If they are giving you the value of I, R and T, use this formula. if they are giving you the value of V, R and T, use this formula. So that are the formulas for the heat produced or heat production. So heat produced in the conductor is directly, if I will be see from this formula, H equal to I square RT. This is H equal to I square RT. H equal to I square RT. If you will be check it this formula, then you can see the formula H equal to I square RT. This is H equal to I square RT. So if I will be see this formula, then heat produced H is directly proportional to the square of the electric current which is flowing through the conductor. H is directly proportional to the square of the electric current which is flowing through the conductor. Same, H is directly proportional to the resistance of the conductor. And third is H is directly proportional to the time at which the electric current is flowing through the conductor. So this relation is known as Joule's law of heating. Joule's law of heating. Suppose in exam they are asking you what is the Joule's law of heating. So you can say that according to Joule's law of heating, the heat produced through a conductor is directly proportional to the square of electric current flowing through the conductor, and directly proportional to the resistance of the conductor, and directly proportional to the time at which the electric current is flowing through the conductor. This is the Joule's law of heating. Now after this, the next topic is their electric power. Next topic is their electric power. This is electric power. In class 9th, we read out power. We read out power. What we read out? Rate of doing work. Rate of doing work is called power. Here this is the electric power. So what will be the change? The rate at which electric energy is consumed. The rate of consumed electric energy is called electric power. The rate of consumed electric energy is called power, or you can say that the rate of doing electric work is called electric power. So same. So I can say that the rate at which work is done by an electric current. Rate at which work is done. Rate at which work is done by an electric current. By an electric current. Electric current is called electric power. Electric power. This will be also the remain same. P. It is also represented by the same word P. So power equal to, I can say that work done upon time taken. So P equal to W upon T. This is, now if I will be see the unit of P, this will be unit of W upon unit of time. Now unit of W is joule and time is second. So unit of power is joule per second or watt. Joule per second or watt. Now lots of time in exam they are asking define 1 watt. Define 1 watt. Yeah, define the unit of power. So on that time you have to define 1 watt. So 1 watt equal to what will come? 1 joule upon 1 second. So the definition is coming from here. If 1 joule of work is done, in 1 second, then power is called 1 watt. Again I am speaking. If 1 joule of work is done in 1 second, then power is called 1 watt. This is the definition of unit of power. Now after the unit of power, lots of more unit are there of power. Some more big units are there related to power. One, so we have discussed about the watt. The second unit is there, kilowatt. Second big unit is there, this is the kilowatt. So 1 kilowatt equal to 10 raised to the power 3 watt. Same, the other unit is there, megawatt. Other unit is there, megawatt. So 1 megawatt equal to 10 raised to the power 6 watt. So these unit or their values please keep in your mind, because that will be needed more. After this, if I will be discuss about, then it will be related to some more topic, that is the relation between kilowatt hour and joule. Relation between kilowatt hour and joule. If I will be discuss, then one relation is there, relation between commercial unit of energy and SI unit of energy. Relation between commercial unit and SI unit of energy. Now the commercial unit of energy is kilowatt hour. That meaning whatever electricity bill is came at our home, that will be coming according to kilowatt hour, that meaning unit. And the SI unit of energy is this is joule. So what is the relation between kilowatt hour and joule? Let's see now. 1 kilowatt hour equal to, how many watt are there in 1 kilowatt? This is 1000 watt. This is a hour. How many second are there in 1 hour? This is 3600 second. I can write in this way 1 kilowatt hour. Now this is 1000. In place of watt, we read out 1 watt equal to 1 joule upon 1 second. This is, so 1000 watt equal to 1000 joule upon second into 3600 second. This second cancel by second. So 1 kilowatt hour equal to 3600 multiply 10 raised to the power 3 joule. Or I can say that 1 kilowatt hour equal to 3.6. 1, 2, 3 digit I have shifted here. 10 to the power 3 into 10 raised to the power 3 joule. Or I can say that 3.6 into 10 raised to the power 6 joule. This is 1 kilowatt hour. 1 kilowatt hour equal to 3.6 into 10 raised to the power 6 joule. This is the relation between commercial unit and SI unit of energy. So that is I think easily you have do already in class 9th also we have discussed about this, ki what is the relation between them. Now I will be discuss with you some numerical related to the same thing. Like the numerical, if they are giving us like some numerical are there related to this topic. So the first numerical that I want to discuss with you, this is that is an electric heater. First numerical is there, an electric heater of resistance 10 ohm, draws 15 ampere, from the service mains, from the service means for 2 hours. For 2 hours, calculate first point. This is heat developed in the heater. Heat developed in the heater. Second point, they are asking about the power of the heater. Power of the heater. So 2 points they are asking. So what is the solution of this question? First of all, whatever thing they have given in the question, please note down. They are giving us the resistance of heater. So the resistance, whatever they have given, the value of R is given 10 ohm. After that 15 ampere, that meaning current. So current they have given, current I, they have given us 15 ampere. They are given the time. Time, this is T. This is 2 hour. Now they are asking about the heat developed in the heater. I want to find out the heat. So heat H equal to, we read out the formula I square RT. This is T in R, convert them into second. 2 into 60 into 60. That meaning what will be coming? So if you will solve it, this will be coming what? 3600 into 2. This is 7200 second. That is. Now put the values here. In place of I, what will be coming? 15 square. In place of R, what will be coming? 10. T is 7200. Now 15 square is 225 into 10 into 7200, 72,000. 225 multiplies 72. You multiply it, that meaning you will check out 225. I am doing multiply by 72. 2 5s are 10. 2 2s are 4 or 1 5. 2 2s are 4. 7 5s are 35. Carry 3. 7 2s are 14 or 3 17. Carry 1. 7 2s are 14 or 1 15. This is 0. 5 5 10. 7 or 4 11 or 1 12. 5 or 1 6 1. And 3 0 is available here. So 1 2 3 0 I have applied here. So this is coming 1620000. That much of joule. That much of joule. This is of joule, or I can say that 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1.62 into 10 raised to the power 7 joule. That much of heat will produce. This is the first point solution. In second point, they are asking about the power of the heater. P. P equal to what formula? Now you will apply it here. P equal to V into I, we knows. P equal to V into I. V into I. But the value of V they hasn't given. So in place of V, I can put IR. So what will be the formula? P equal to IR into I. So formula is coming I square R. Now put the value of I. This is the 15 square. The value of R is 10. So 225 into 10. So 2250, that much of watt. This is the solution of second point. So that type of question are there in which we will use the formulas. It will not. It is not typical. Only formulas you keep in your mind and the conversion also. So the next question I am going to discuss with you. Let's see how to go with the next question. Next question is there. This is please. The next question that I want to discuss with you. This is they are giving us in the question, like they have said, which has a higher resistance. Question number 2. Which has a higher resistance? Which has a higher resistance? 100 watt bulb, 100-watt bulb or 25-watt bulb? 25-watt bulb, and how many times? And how many times? How many times? This is the question. Now they have said which has a higher resistance. Nothing, they are giving us only the voltage, sorry, what power they has given us. So keep in the mind the voltage will be remain same. In India the proper voltage whatever we are using, this is of 220 volt, so the voltage will remain same here. So suppose the value of P1 they has given us 100 watt, P2 they has given us 25 watt. Okay, I suppose that the resistance of first bulb is R1. Okay, that I want to find. The resistance of second bulb is R2. I can give the answer theoretically also and numerically also. Firstly I will be show you the numerically. So P equal to, we read out the formula, V square upon R. So P1 equal to V square upon R1, and P2 equal to V square upon R2. Suppose this is equation 1, this is equation 2. Equation 1 divided by equation 2. Equation 1 divided by equation 2. So what I am getting? P1 upon P2 equal to V square upon R1 upon V square upon R2. V square will be cancelled because the voltage will be remain same, that is 220 volt. So this is coming P1 upon P2. First term, second term, third term, fourth term. Fourth term will be coming on the first term, R2 upon R1. Now put the values of P1 and P2. The value of P1 they are giving us 100 and P2 they are giving us 25 equal to R2 upon R1. 25 for the 100, so R2 is coming for R1. That meaning the resistance of 25 watt bulb will be more, and that will be the 4 times. That will be the 4 times. This is. Now the theoretically if I will be discuss which bulb has the more resistance, then you can discuss from here the formula P equal to V square upon R. That meaning you can check out कि P and R both are inversely proportional. Both are inversely proportional. If the value of R is less, then P will be more. If the value of P will be less, R will be more. So which resistance is higher they are asking. So very simple. The bulb whose power will be less, whose resistance will be more. So the less power is second bulb. So that meaning the 25 watt bulb will have more resistance. Directly you can give from here. But they are asking here ki how much, that is I have gone the numerically portion. So I hope you have understand. The next question whatever I will discuss with you now, that is, this is the important question whatever I am going to discuss with you now. Please check out, because in this question lots of things they will be used. Like they have given us the question, please be aware in this question. In this question they are giving us two conducting wire of the same material, and of equal length and equal diameter. Equal length and equal diameter are first connected in series. And then parallel in circuit and then parallel in circuit across the same potential difference, across the same potential difference, PD I am writing here. What is the ratio of heat produced? What is the ratio of heat produced? What is the ratio of heat produced in series and parallel combination? Series and parallel combination. This is very important question, because in this question they are correlate with series and heat produce. Series combination, parallel combination and heat produce. That is why this is a very important question. Please check out. They are said ki two conducting wires of the same material. That meaning resistivity remain same. Equal length will remain same. Equal diameter, that meaning area of cross section will remain same. That meaning if they have same material, same length and same diameter, so their resistance will also remain same, because we read out R equal to rho L upon A. So everything is remain same, so resistance will also remain same. So I suppose that let the resistance of each wire be R. Now they have said ki first connected in series. So total resistance in series combination, series combination, this is RS. In series this will be R plus R, so that is coming 2R. This is now after that they have connected in parallel, so total resistance in parallel combination, that is I suppose that be RP. So 1 upon RP equal to 1 upon R plus 1 upon R. I am going to take the LCM R, so 1 plus 1, this is coming 2 by R. So I can say that RP is R by 2. This is RP is equal to R by 2. Now what they are asking, the heat produced in series and parallel combination. So HS. So H equal to, what is the formula that I will use it here, because they are giving us R, they are giving us V, they are not giving us I. So we read out the formula, check out. H equal to I square RT. I, so there is no use. In place of I can put V upon R. It's square into R into T. So this is V square upon R square into R into T. 1 R is cancelled by 1 R. This is V square upon R into T. So this is for H. That formula I can use it there. That I've shown you ki how the formula is derived. I can write it directly also. But now HS equal to, this is V. They have said ki same potential difference. So V square R. This is of series combination. Multiply T. This is same. For HP equal to, V is remain same into T upon RP. Let this is equation 1, this is equation 2. Equation 1 divided by equation 2. Equation 1 divided by equation 2. So this is HS upon HP equal to V square T upon RS upon V square T upon RP. V square T cancel by V square T. So check out first term, second term, third term, fourth term. Fourth term we will be going with the first term. So RP upon RS. The value of RP is what? Check out. This is R by 2 into the value of RS is what? Check out, this is 2R. R cancel by R, so HS upon HP equal to 1 by 4, or HS ratio HP equal to 1 ratio 4. So that meaning the ratio between the series and parallel combination is 1 ratio 4, and that is the important question. So I hope you have understand this question also. Now I will be discuss with you the next question. Please check out about the next question also. This is also the important question. Now let's see ki how we have to go with this question. They are giving us in the question 2 lamp. So firstly I am going to rub this solution, then I will be write the next question. They are giving in the question, this is 2 lamp. We have 2 lamps, one rated out of 2, one is rated 100 watt at 220 volt, 100 watt at 220 volt there is given, and the other 60 watt, and the other 60 watt 220 volt. That meaning power is different, are connected in parallel to to the electric main supply, parallel to the electric mains supply, what current is drawn, from the line, if the supply voltage is 220 volt, if the supply voltage is 220 volt. This is the question. Now again read the question, check out the question. What they is given? They is given 2 lamp, one rated 100 watt 220 volt. That meaning P1 they has given us 100 watt, P2 they has given us 60 watt, V that is remain same, this is 220 volt. There is no change in the value of V, it is remain same. They said ki they are connected in parallel. If they are connected in parallel, after that they are asking about their current. So if the bulb of these power are connected in parallel, so what will be the resistance of each bulb? So how I can find out the resistance? We read out the formula P equal to V square upon R. P equal to V square upon R. So R equal to what will be coming? V square upon P. So this formula I will be use it here. R1 equal to V square upon P. R2 equal to V square upon P2. This is P1. Now V square that is 220 into 220. P1 is 100. Same for R2 is 220 into 220. P2 is 60. Now 2 zeros cancel by 2 zeros. So 22 multiplied 22. I am getting 484. 484 ohm. That meaning R1 is coming 484 ohm. This is 0 cancel by 0. This is, now if we will solve it, its value is coming what? 0 to I have cancelled by 0. So what is the value of this? 2 3 is 6, 2 1 is 2, 2 1 is 2, 11 0 is 0, 11 2 is 22, carry 2, 11 2 is 22 or 2 24, 2420 upon 3 ohm. So this is the value of R2. So R2 is coming 2420 upon 3 ohm. They have said कि we are connected them in parallel. So total resistance for parallel combination. So 1 by R P equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. That formula we knows. Use it, this formula. So this is 1 by 484 plus 1 by 2420 upon 3. 3 will be coming here. So I can say that 1 by 484 plus 3 upon 2420. You can take the LCM of 484 and 2420. The LCM will be coming what? If you will take the LCM. So its LCM will be remain 2420. 2420. 484 divided to 2420. 2420 divided by 484. This is 5. 5 4s are 20. 2. 5 8s are 40 or 2. 42. 5 4s are 20. This is the 5 times. So this is coming 5. Here this is 1 into 3. 3. So 1 upon RP is coming this. Or I can say that this is 8 upon 2420. That much of ohm. I want to find out the value of parallel combination. So this is of RP. So RP is coming what? RP equal to, if you will check out, this will be coming 2420 upon 8 ohm. This is, now total resistance will got it in parallel combination. Voltage 220, current I want to find. So V equal to IR according to Ohm's law. This is the formula. V is 220. I want to find in place of R 2420 upon 8. So I equal to what will be coming? 220 into 8 upon 2420. Zeros cancel by 0. This is 11 2s are 22. 2 is carried. 11 2s are 22. 11 2s are 22. 2, this is 11. So I is coming 8 upon 11. If you will solve it, this is coming 0 point something. It will be coming 0 point something, that is 0.7 something, that much of ampere approx. So that is the question that I have discussed with you. So after this I am discussing some more question with you, but first of all you have to do these questions. If in these questions any more problem is there, so you can consult to me. Now in this one topic is left that I want to discuss with you, that is a parallel combination and series combination. That already I have discussed कि what is the parallel combination, what is the series combination. On that day one student has asked this question to me कि sir what is the combination we are using at our home and why? What is the combination we are using at our home and why? So answer is there, we are using the parallel combination. Parallel combination is used in domestic circuit. Is used in a domestic circuit. Domestic circuit. Now what is the reason behind it कि we will use a parallel combination, not series combination? Very simple. In a parallel combination the potential difference remains same. That meaning all the appliances get the same voltage. That meaning all appliances get same voltage. After that second point, as we know that in parallel combination each and every appliance have separate switch. So if I want to use the one appliance, so I will be open it separately. If I will use the second appliance, I will be open it separately. So in parallel combination every appliance can on and off separately. Every appliance can on and off separately. Third point, In parallel combination, each appliance get required amount of electric current. Each appliance get required amount of electric current. Fourth point. So as I will discuss here, ki every appliance can on and off separately. That meaning electricity is not going to waste. So whatever appliance we need it, that I can use it, and the rest of I can off it. So that are the advantage of the parallel combination over series combination. That is why we are using. The next one is available here. This is, if in a parallel combination one appliance will be damaged. If one appliance will damage, then other can work properly. This is, whereas in series, if one will be damaged like this, suppose I am having that bulb combination in series. This is, suppose the electricity is coming here, and that is going to damage due to any reason. So the electricity will be not supply in these, so that means these three will be also not work. Whereas in parallel it's not. So that are the advantage of parallel combination over series combination. That is why we are using the parallel combination in our domestic circuit, not series combination. This is very important question. Lots of time they are asking. So after this you try to do some more numerical portion. Some to I have discussed with you. If in any numerical you are feeling some problem, you can put in a comment portion. I will try to give the solution of your problem. Thank you.